Hello, American Patriots. Douglas Ducote here. I'm going to stop for a moment with politics and talk about something I've already done 3 videos on in the past, and that is something that is visiting us here on planet Earth, or possibly another country that has actually managed to beat us in technology in leaps and bounds when it comes to aerodynamics. What I'm talking about is the UFOs and UAPs, unidentified aerial phenomena is how the government would like to refer to them now, that are visiting or flying around in our airspace. Back a few years ago, there were some videos that were taken by U.S. military aircraft, some with their gun carriers, others with electronic equipment they had on board, where they were sent to intercept objects in the sky that they did not know what. And when they got there, well, even the pilots did not know what they were. You can look up these videos right here on YouTube. Just type in the search engine unidentified aerial phenomena and look at these things, these that are flying around our globe. And you can hear the pilots themselves, military officers, describing what they're seeing and their utter shock and disbelief of what they're seeing. Because these flying objects do things that defy everything we know about aerodynamics. And if a to 2,000 miles per hour in a matter of a second. Some of them actually go underwater and then come back out again. Either we have another country, Russia or China, North Korea, who knows, that is leaped and bound over us in aerodynamics technology, or we're being visited from somewhere else in the universe. You know, in my past videos, I've talked about things that I have personally witnessed while serving in military aviation. Things that saw and didn't know what we were looking at. Do I believe that they were little green men from another planet? Not necessarily. Could it be technology that is just not released to the public yet, that we actually have, and it's our own objects? Of course it could be. But what I do know is that the Pentagon is letting us know in little bits and pieces, especially now that COVID-19 is the day, about, well, that they don't know what this is. That the videos that were released with the naval aviators that filmed these UFOs or unidentified phenomena, real footage. Something flying around our skies. And as we know, for years, people have seen UFOs, unidentified flying. Unidentified, you don't know what it is. It's flying, and it's an case UAPs. It's unidentified, and it's an aerial phenomenon. Something that we can't grasp yet. So the Pentagon's finally admitted that, yes, things exist that we don't understand. We know that the President of the United States, President Donald J. Trump, was briefed on these objects. We know that Congress and the intelligence community has been briefed on these objects. And we know today that the Department of Defense is putting together a special program designed to try to get to the bottom of this. I will read to you directly from the Department of Defense. On August 4th, 2020, Deputy Secretary of Defense David L. Norquist approved the establishment of the Unidentified Aerial Phenomena UAP Task Force. The Department of the Navy, under the Office of the Undersecretary of Defense for Intelligence and Security, will lead the program. The Department of Defense established this task force to improve its understanding of and gain insight into the nature and organs of UAPs. The mission of the task force is to detect, analyze, and catalog UAPs that could potentially pose a threat to U.S. national security. As the Department of Defense has stated previously, the safety of our personnel and the security of our operations are our biggest concern. The Department of Defense and the military departments take any intrusion by unauthorized aircraft into our training ranges or designated airspace very seriously and examine each report. This includes examinations of exclusions that are initially reported as a UAP when the observer cannot identify what he or she is observing. That is our own Department of Defense letting us know that they are going to study this in more detail and try to come up with some type of reasoning as to how an object could fly in the skies around planet Earth and do things that defy everything we know about aerodynamics. It's funny that this is coming out now when our television is dominated by Antifa riots and Black Lives Matter and COVID-19. You may have missed it, but Fox News has actually run a story about these UAPs and showed the Navy videos. So has CNN, and so has MSNBC. So has ABC, CBS, NBC. They've all covered this story about these UFOs and UAPs recently, as in this year. And most Americans know absolutely nothing about it. I wish I could tell you more about it. I wish I could tell you what they were. I'm as clueless as the next person. But I'd be foolish, and so would you, to believe that out of this vast universe, that we are the only living beings that exist. Whether or not there's someplace out there that has people that are like us or some other type of being, we don't know. I would venture to say that whatever is visiting planet Earth, if it is from another solar system, they're not like us, because we know the human body cannot withstand the forces that these unidentified objects are performing. So, with all the chaos that's happening, the United States government basically has finally admitted that yes, UFOs are real. And it's getting very little footage, very little mention. And for the most part, there's so much other negative stuff happening here on planet Earth that most people don't even care. I will tell you this much about this UAP, UFO situation. If it wouldn't be November's right around the corner for the election, if it wouldn't be for COVID-19, if it wouldn't be for Black Lives Matter burning down cities, this story that I just shared with you will be dominating every news cycle 24/7. Because there is a strong belief now from the Department of Defense admitting that these objects could very well be from another place in our universe. Keep an open mind. Watch the skies. Who knows? Maybe someday soon we will get to actually encounter them face to face. And hopefully it'll be a peaceful experience. As always, please say a prayer for our men and women serving the United States military, our veterans, our law enforcement officers, our first responders, their families, our angel families, our blue and gold star families, our president, and our country. Hope you all have a wonderful and blessed day. And for now, I'm Douglas Ducote, and I'll see you soon. Take care, everyone.